Lie. Good evening, everybody. We are going to start from page 152, Guru Prasad, English. Okay, so there is no recap today. Dina read in present time. Okay.
In present times, it is only when you experience a lack of happiness, peace, wealth, longevity, etc. in your life that you wake up to find out what could be the linkage or reason for such a loss, or make an investigation of the causes for such deficiencies, and you run from pillar to post after mediums or worshippers of God power and ask them about it to seek their expiation.
So once you find out that I'm falling short on what? On peace, happiness, wealth, longevity, so then you start running pillar to post, which is very nice. Pillar to post, it's like one khamba to different khamba. And where do you go to find out who is the medium or who is the godlike man or whatever? And then to find out why there is deficiency. Why did you find this out that there is a deficiency in me? By looking others. Okay. But because you don't have the knowledge that whatever I have is enough. God has given me something which is enough. But still he thinks that it's falling short. Therefore he's running around. Okay.
From my personal experience, I can say that there would hardly be a medium who is really capable to investigate with the application of scientific reasoning the root cause for such deficiencies and eliminate them at a very nominal expense.
So they will charge you some kind of money. But there is hardly anybody. Might be. Dada is not saying that there is no one. There might be somebody who will, but they will charge you money. But you're not 100% sure that they will find the root cause of the deficiencies which you're facing in health and wealth and whatever. So this is what Dada says. You run around, if you're successful, how many times people are successful? After so many run around, after emptying the pocket, and you still don't get the result. So,
Devotees approach many sadhakas from time to time for a solution to their problems.
Right. So they approach many sadhakas time to time. If you have little calamity, okay. If the girls are not getting married, approach. If your job is not going good, approach. So all this you approach so many people from time to time for the solution to the problem. When
later they approach me and narrate the nirakarans which have been done by other sadhakas, they clearly show that howsoever laudable may be the objective of these sadhakas towards social welfare, the level of attainment by these sadhakas of the means to be employed for that purpose is at best only in the stage of infancy.
So can you imagine Dada when they hear from these people that I went here and I went here? So that's why we ask them, okay, what kind of puja? Have you approached anybody? So what kind of puja you do? Well, Dada is Parabrahm, so he knows that if you have approached somebody. But then by listening to them, Dada find out that my goodness, it is at a very infant stage. Okay, very childish Nirakaran is given. The beginners, not even beginners. Okay. So Ehu Nirakaran, they have given it to them. And that is not the right Nirakaran for the problem they are discussing or facing. So.
What is, however, more surprising is that, without having attained any cognizable state, these sadhakas assume to be seers of the past, present, and future, and on that pretext they make a show of giving guidance based on the past, present, and future.
So their experience of past, present, whatever, and again they listen to you, to your problem, and then that's how they try to give the nirakar. Okay, So such ignorance.
Such ignorance on their part is nothing but pitiable.
Pitiable. So you feel pity on them. Okay, the giver and the one who is accepting it. So it's in fact.
In fact, current life could either be a definite treasure of past births, or in the alternative, it would be a birth taken to fulfill the duty of expiating the defects imbibed in the Runanobandhans of previous births, because of which life in those previous births have remained imperfect.
We already know the cause. Dada has given the in fact, actually, this is the cause. From your past Runanubandha into the present life.
When therefore such defects due to Janma Karma or Janma Janmantar create griefs in the current life, the presumption that basically the origin of these defects lies only in the adverse nature of karma is not correct.
Got it? Because the defects, the cause, whatever you brought in Janma Karma and Janma Janmantar. Okay? So what is saying, Dada is saying, when therefore such defects due to anytime when you face any calamities or anything, now today we found out, let's say, or after coming into Guru Marg, then you find out that, in the Janma Karma and Janma Janmantar, these defects are lying, and that is why they are all coming in forward to you. So, when therefore such defects due to Janma Karma or Janma Janmantar creates grief in the current life, the presumption that basically the origin of these defects lies only in the adverse nature of karma is not correct. Barabar? So what we do is the karma moha. Okay. But actually it is sitting in the runanubandha. And so Janma Karma and Janma Janmantar actually is sitting in the runanubandha. So runanubandha is a magical box. Barabar? So in magical box, that is why you do nyas. Through nyas, whatever the defects are there, unfavorable. So that is why once you start doing the Omkar sadhana, the nyas plays a major role. That is why the nyas has to be done perfectly. You ready? Okay, go ahead.
What is in fact necessary is that the sadhaka must possess the knowledge and insight of knowing with what Runanubandhans are those defects in karma linked.
Right. So you have to have a knowledge about runanubandha and the karma if there is linkage. But people can't do science when you are in problem. That is why after coming to Guru Marg, after listening to seminars, after listening to Guru Prasad, then we became knowledgeable. That is why all these things is working in harmony. Okay, we find out now. Okay, they are all working together. Barabar?
Assuming for a while that a sadhak is able to diagnose such casual relationship, what is further equally important is that the sadhan employed for the expiation of these defects must have been vested in him in the siddha state.
So when you approach somebody, you have no idea whether this sadhak is siddha. The person you are approaching has absolutely no knowledge. You, on the contrary, has no knowledge. So you are blindfolded going in front of him. Whatever he says, you're going to believe. So in reality, what Dada is saying, that sadhak should be siddha. And he should have that nirakaran, so that when the nirakaran is given, your problem should go away. But there are not too many, very few. If you're lucky to find them, you can hit the right person.
It is then alone that the defects will be truly expiated and the devotee will be in a position to lead his life in happiness, peace, and contentment.
So if somebody wants to, who's there in the market, helping, okay, this is the Sadguru mark. The mark has done, the path has done, the mission has done all this. So Dada is giving us a knowledge. Before you approach, do your investigation. Does this guy has any knowledge? Here what is happening, Dada has done it. So we are utilizing the blessing. Okay, the other guy, we don't know whether he's Siddha. Siddha means we don't know that he has proven. We don't know whether the Nirakaran he is going to give you, is that going to work?
Griefs have afflicted a subject, and even if these are counteracted to protect himself with the help of Tantra or Yantra, the griefs which are warded off by means of such mantra or Tantra or Yantra are only Vidya are only of a momentary nature.
So Tantra, Mantra, these are all the, we have heard those terminology. So it is only for temporary relief, but it's not going to touch the root cause of your suffering. It's temporary, but he made permanent money from you. Barabar.
Because these means and powers vesting in them diminish with the passage of time.
So whoever has little gift like this, समझो they have this. Because why it is diminishing with the passage of time?
Because it's charging money.
Yes. Because he or she brought the wonderful gift, but that they can grow with this gift. But because they don't have this knowledge and they are in the money making business, they charge people. So when they charge, slowly, the gift is taken away by the nature. So why this gift is injected in him? Because he brought something from the past life. But he doesn't value this gift. So he's not doing the humanitarian work, but he's doing the work to feed his family or to take care of the family. So it's like a business. So when somebody get into the business, that means slowly, in the passage of time, it's gone.
Therefore, by adopting these techniques for the removal of those griefs, though an illusory feeling of happiness is momentarily created, by falling a prey to such temptations of momentary happiness, one makes himself incapable of receiving blessings, benefits of the perpetual happiness which he is in search of.
So the person who is going there, he get a temporary relief, and then he's again back to square. Okay.
To achieve Guru blessings, we have to serve it selflessly with our body, speech, and mind.
This is the key point. So in order to receive or grow the Guru blessings, you have to use that blessing selflessly. Okay, then you can preserve that blessing. And with absolute devotion. Okay, you have to do it and you have to have faith in your Guru. You tell the person, okay, this will be done, but at the same time, internally, you are also telling Guru that, you know what, I believe in you so much that I have given a promise to this guy, 5,000%. Okay. And when you have faith in your Guru, then it has to happen, or his pain will be gone. Barabar?
A sense of detachment and firm determination.
A sense of detachment and firm determination is very important. Okay, so you are not doing it selflessly, and you will understand and you know that Guru will guarantee your golden words and it will happen.
The benefit of these blessings cannot be confined merely to seek relief from momentary or temporary griefs.
So it is a permanent. By having, let's say, if you have a problem, you go to this psychic. Okay, the psychic has little capability of doing it. Now, after 6 months, as I told you, when you stand in front of the Guru, the negative energy, the negative is so scared that they will stand and they will watch you. The minute you become weak, they are going to attack you. And this time they come with force. So let's say you went to this person. So negative also gets scared. Okay, this guy has something. So let me set back. Then it's a temporary. Then after 6 months, oh my God. Then sometimes, you hear these stories. I went there and I don't know what happened, but now the problem is gone worse. Why? Because the negative is attacking you twice the force. Yeah. So did you take it? Okay. So its benefit?
Its benefit lies not only in one's current life, but permeates over all his future lives, as well as over the successive generations of his family.
So when you have a Guru, and that Guru is very powerful, and he knows, and he does all that homework, that means he will give you the remedy. The remedy is not temporary. The remedy is permanent. The problem is gone permanently, and it also protects, or the blessings are grounded or inserted in the family members.
The blessings are also in the full utilization of the current life towards the achievement of its ultimate objective.
So it's very nice. It says current life, full utilization. Not only that little particular problem, But a real guru, an intelligent guru, a guru who knows what exactly to be done, he will inject the blessings where you will get the full utilization of the blessing you have accepted. Barabar? And then you will move on. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
The life that one acquires is related to given Rinanubandhas. These are one of Devadik, two of Matur Pitru.
No, two of me. One is Devadik, one ni bole to abhi chale. There are 5 Runanubandha.
Okay, Devadik, Matur Pitru, Itrejan,
Janma
Janma
Janmantar.
Janmantar, and Janma Karma.
Okay, so we are further getting into more detail as you all know that there are 5 bondages. Okay, Runanubandha. Okay.
Since these Rinanubandhas are linked to many of the previous births, our desired happiness and peace in the current life depends on the favorableness or unfavorableness of these Rinanubandhas.
Directly linked with your previous birth. That is why I told you Runanubandha, 5 bondages, 5 koshas. It's a magical box. Everything lies there. You know, it's like in the aeroplane you have the black box. Something happens to the plane, the investigator, what they look for, there is a team, they will look for the people. There is a team who are only trained to find the black box. So the black box, is that really a black box? You have the idea there is a black box in the plane?
It's not really a black box, but
That's what
It's
they
a
call
red
it.
box. The paint is red, but it is called the black box.
Because of its content.
Black box means every secret, the conversation of the pilot and the ground tower is all recorded. What went wrong before the last moment. So from that black box, then we get the information. What happened to the plane? Where did it go? Because the pilot is also in panic, so he will be talking. So that black box is very important. Once they find the black box, then all the secret will come out. So you have how many black box? Ah. So that box is a valuable box, you know. So,
Moreover, in the lifetime of any given birth, certain defects also arise.
no, so very nice. Moreover, in the lifetime of any given birth, certain defects also arise. Okay. So during that course of life, you know, you give birth to the defects also. Many.
Such defects could emerge due to the sins that have been embraced in the Rinanubandhas, or they may arise due to one's failure in complying with the bounden duties required to be performed in that birth, once having acquired that birth.
So why these sins are the sins are there? It can stand in front of you, or there is self-explanatory sentence information there. Read that again. It's very good.
Such defects could emerge due to the sins that have been embraced in the Rinanubandhas.
So the sin must have. आविने हग आए पर ऋणानुबंधन आओ भाई गले लगो.
This is
I am
not
the
all way
sin
around.
and you are the box. So let me give you a hug. Okay, or
They may arise due to one's failure in complying with the bounden duties.
so you were supposed to do your duties, which you failed. That's why that sin has also come. Right.
Duties required to be performed in that birth, once having acquired that birth.
So once you acquire the birth, you failed in doing your duties. Therefore, you have created a. That is why you have to be very cautious. What is my moral duties? You know, every day, 24 hours. That is why that questionnaire, 20 questionnaire is very important. You know, you sit back, relax, write it down and go through 30 days. Have 30 days, you write your answer and then go back. You know, sure.
Further, these Rinanubandhas function in a close relationship with the gross body medium made up of the 5 natural elements.
Okay, so there you go. They are attacking, Runanubandha is going to attack the gross body. Because gross body is due to the Janma Karma and Janma Janma. Okay, so now the gross body, 5 elements, Pancha Mahabhut Tattva. Gross body has 5 elements, natural Tattva. Chalo.
When these Rinanubandhas do not attain the desired development within the body, speech, and mind of the person, and when the person is unable to acquire the proper means to lead his body mediums to an appropriate stage of development, such a shortcoming leads to an appropriate stage of development. Such,
Such
such
a
a
shortcoming.
shortcoming leads to an emergence of additional defects.
So when it's not tuned with your gross body, basically with body, speech, and mind, the development of your gross body, when it's not tuned, then you will be lead to an emergence of additional defects. So you will add on more defects. Barabar? Due to the
Due to the emergence of defects on account of the various reasons
So
given.
one second before you go. What Dada is trying to say is the magical box is there, but at the same time it is your moral duty that you should develop your Panchamahabhut Tattva. This is the five elements of your body. You have to take care. You have to develop body, speech, and mind. All your five elements of your gross body should be developed. So that you know. So every time when you develop your the gross body, that means your thinking power is more. You know what is right, what is wrong. Barabar? So would you know if your body is underdeveloped? You will not know, am I doing this right or am I doing this wrong? You have to make an effort to develop. Okay, due to them.
Due to the emergence of defects on account of the various reasons given above, the life of the person could come to its inevitable and compelling end with the desires and expectations of that life remaining unfulfilled.
So if you don't develop, okay, if you don't bring contentment, all these things, if you don't develop your body, that means whatever the remaining life is, you're going to make a mess of that gross body and you'll be finished. Okay, I received a text here yesterday of somebody that, my son is doing good puja, but now he's eating habit is gone too much. Like, he's gaining weight. So please give him a scientific explanation so that he only listens to me. So now the mother has requested, can you talk to my son? So if you tell him and if you give him a proper, he's going to be a doctor. So forgot one time, I'm becoming a doctor, but now I'm gaining weight, not listening to mom. Therefore, she said, can you pick up the phone? And so I will be doing that tomorrow. So what is the reason? A very intelligent guy, but now he's eating more. So what is going to happen? What is the explanation I will give?
His um,
His Dehik Shakti
yeah.
is increasing. Therefore, he is not going to be tuned with the Atmic Shakti. Atmic Shakti means the energy from the nature, five elements, because he is making his body bigger. So therefore, what is going to be linked with that Dehik Shakti, the extra body energy which he is pumping in with more food, means he is not going to perform. He's going to go down in his studies. He will be very lazy, and then his mobility will be restricted and all that. So I have to give that scientific reason to him. Then he will come up. Okay. આપણે સાંભળી લીધું. ચાલો.
You have to enjoy.
Sorry, if I tell Prasad to go and talk to him, he said, okay, enjoy.
That's what he said. I'm listening.
Okay, go ahead.
Devotees having acquired a human birth linked to the above mentioned defects may come to the Guru Marg for guidance because of their problems and to seek relief from their griefs.
So when you have this grief and problem, you may. See? The word may. Because it requires a lot of force to enter into the Guru Marg. So you may.
Devotees thus approach the Guru by force of circumstances.
What are the circumstances? Name some few. Forced circumstances. What are the forced circumstances? Participate. If you don't participate, you will sleep. What are the forced circumstances? Wife might be pushing the husband, or the pain has gone so deep that nobody can help. And when you come to the self-realization that, you know what, I have to go. So there are so many situations which will come up. That will finally. So are you coming on your own?
No.
Are you coming because you want to have Guru in your life? Are you designing your visits so that you want to uplift your life? No. So even going through the pain, still you need to be forced
by somebody.
by something to enter. You know, see how bad it is. However,
the right work type of
the
guru
Guru.
for the welfare of this world is ceaselessly going on.
So nobody can stop their work. Right Guru. So if the Sadguru has come down on earth in a physical body, they don't have to wait for anybody. They know their target, what they have to do, and they will keep on doing it. Okay. When you seek,
When you seek guidance for the relief of your difficulties through this Guru medium, the pious intentions of the Guru medium are never related to the difficulties.
right.
He has to perform the function of enabling the devotees like you to achieve the ultimate aim of perfection of their lives and has to establish and link the cause of life or the way of life with the welfare of this world as well as with that of the families of the devotees.
So this is how much Guru will think. Not only to release you, you brought the
Families.
difficulties, but the family is suffering. So he has to give the remedies in such a way that you are relieved and your action should not affect your loved ones. Okay? That much precaution he has to take.
For this purpose, the Guru has to live his life in close proximity with his most revered master in the interest of your welfare.
So he has a master and he has to follow his guidance, right? Relationship, the Guru Chela. Barabar. So there is a close relationship between the sadhak and the master. Whose interest? Guru's interest or the interest of the world? Why is he close to the master? For his own interest or for the interest of the welfare of the human being or the world? Okay.
Unless every moment of the Guru's life is lived as per the dictates of his revered master, no Siddha sadhana can reach the Siddha stage.
So he has to be in close connection, live or die, do not ask why. That's his word. No, he has to impress that in his head, that he is a master. If my master tells me go here and do, go. He doesn't have to ask, Are, I remember when Dada had to go for Madhukari, 2.5 years. At that time, he had a baby. Dada had a baby. Like, the son was very small. And he was told, get up and, you have to go to Audumbar. So, no question asked. I'm going. Why I have to go now? There is, I, how long I have to go? Do you have any idea when I'll be coming back? No. You will read in that Atmanivedan. Go. So, Deepak Dada always had his briefcase. Dada's clothing were in the briefcase, not suitcase, right? Because they were all compact, 3 lungis and 3, so everything is in the brief. It's always ready because they have no idea when Baba will give him the instruction to move on. So he has to keep one bag ready for himself and one Dada's. So whenever the instruction is there, get up and leave, then you go.
So, Deepak Bhai used to go with Dada too?
All the time. But not in the Madhukari.
Oh.
But he has to go and then drop him and then come back.
Oh.
Because when you're doing some kind of penance, you don't need, you need only his, because he is in straight command with his master. So his vibration and his vibration should blend in, right? And remember, the Deepak was an assistant at that time, like assistant in the sense, his right man. Well, I read a wonderful letter of Deepak. Dada wrote for Deepak. I think I should. Can you imagine a Sadguru writing for his devotee? There is another 2 books inside. Like Dada's. You move the And you see on the top, you will see two books there. This, since you have to read this. Okay, yeah, give me both. Give me both. Part two and two. No, I was impressed because yesterday I was reading it and I said, "Oh my God, I'm, like Deepak Bhai must have been so happy." Uh, second.
Yeah,
I'll find it. Chalo. Let's move on. Later. Next week we'll read. Remind me. Come, go on.
The Guru medium, therefore, has to completely keep away from his life.
कोई आंगरी मुक्त हो जाए तो मन का होगा. हाँ, the Guru video now.
The Guru medium, therefore, has to completely keep away from his life the subjects of material interest vesting in his body, speech, and mind.
So when a sadhak is getting prepared, for example, in this discussion is Baba is preparing Dada, of course, because he's in the physical body, so he has to go through this whole thing. So when he is getting prepared, he has to leave all his material subject, which is sitting in his body, speech, and mind, has to be removed, and then move on. That is the only way. See, why don't you connect with your master? He's our master now. Why a lot of people they don't connect with the master? Because you have your own subjects and he's adding a subject. Do you have an empty space? Because your box is full. When can you listen to them is when your box is empty. If your box is full, you cannot communicate with them. Therefore, all your subject has to be flushed out. And then they say, okay, here I am ready. Then your communication starts.
It is doubtful if devotees have any time thought of the sacrifice involved in such a negation of worldly matters by the Guru in his life. It is this unique Guru medium through which the indebtedness of the devotees over many of their past births is going to be redeemed, thereby leading their lives to blossom fully to reach the climax of happiness, peace, and contentment.
See, you have to connect, therefore you can reach to the highest level. So you should be ready, whatever they are trying to give you, only you can have that is when you sit in front of the Guru without any subjects. That's why I tell people, when you sit down for meditation, don't have this subject. After the meditation is finished, I have to go and cook. After the cooking is done, then I have to go for shopping. After the shopping is done, then I have to watch this. I have to do this. No subject. Right now, what is the current subject? I am sitting down and I have to do my sadhana. So when people come to the center to do meditation, you know what time? 45 minutes. So 10 o'clock. So 11 o'clock I have to do this. So you're sitting with your itinerary. When you're sitting with all these subjects, you're not the recipient of the blessing which is coming straight from them. So you have to sit empty-headed. So,
when such a Guru medium utilizes his personal treasures of piety acquired by him over many of his previous births, as through the blessings of his revered Guru, exclusively for the welfare of his devotees, as well as for social welfare in general, he never maintains any material interest or expectation of reward.
So first of all, he has reached that state because of his past blessing. So Dada came down as you know, he was a Parabrahma, he is a Datta. But he is trying to tell us that you cannot be blessed if you don't have Kaya Punyami Kele na Kade Avdhuta Petala. Means You are blessed because you must have brought lots of good blessing from past. And then when you're given authorization to carry on the humanitarian work, that means you are now, you should not be, it's like a spider web. If you're in the spider web of all the material subjects, then you're not going to, they will not pick you or they will not work with you because you have too many material subjects. You know, they have their own subjects. What is the subject? Go and help others. But if you are empty, then only you can do it. So,
On the contrary, we experience and receive an expression emanating from his thought and behavior acquired by him through the inspiration of his inner soul that he expects to get from his devotees nothing else except spiritual goodwill.
Goodwill. So inner soul means it is the subtle body communication. Right?
Notwithstanding such heartwarming experience, the lives of devotees unfortunately continue to be immersed in greed and avarice.
So instead of every time, instead of giving up the thing, you are totally immersed in greed and avarice.
A commonplace example of such greed is seen when the devotees, instead of giving away free in charity their discarded clothes, preserve them for exchanging them later with utensils from a hawker.
So can you imagine how much greed we have? We don't throw away, even you have grown, or even if you are same, but we don't throw away those clothes which are not usable or which is like, out of fashion or something. That much greed, attachment we have. So Dada is giving a best example. Can you imagine? On the contrary, instead of throwing it away, you still find a hawker. By giving them the old clothes, you get exchange some kind of utensils, vasan, kitchen, something. That we do it in India, There are lots of is they collect the clothes from them, from you, they iron it, they clean it, they stitch it, and then they sell it again. And that is how they recoup their money for the utensils they have given it to you. So they know if you give me 11 clothes, then I will give you this little pot. So they know the pot is going to be this much, and I can recoup this much money. So my, and don't forget their interest is to make profit also. So go ahead.
The devotees whose mentality is so basic will not even fight shy of testing the abilities of their guru medium.
Yes.
It is therefore in the interest of the devotee to seriously think over the question, can I selflessly perform the service towards the Devadikas that has been ordained to me by the Guru, at least for 1 hour during the 24 hours of the day with a sense of renunciation.
So before you, when you have a master, and if you are a sadhak, at least you know that he's going. At least you have to do some kind of penance. Okay, leaving aside all your subjects, at least 1 hour. Now in Sadhguru has given us sometimes the Nirakaran is given which is only like half an hour or 15 minutes. Still that becomes so much, it's a big headache. Now what I will be doing is I will be asking people so that you don't doze off. After he reads, so be attentive. Okay, I will pick anybody. When he's reading, then I would like to know what do you understand from this. Okay. In spite of
the devotees failing to render meticulously such sacrifice, the chimes of praise sung since time immemorial by the scriptures and by the great thinkers of religion in honor of the Sadguru, that he is all benevolent and humane, continue to ring instantly exuberate. I don't know what the hell he's writing. Incessantly exuberating its unique experience infinitely through time. Wow.
Extraordinary.
That's a tongue twister.
very not complicated, but The English
incessantly.
is,
Continue to ring
who
incessantly.
sometimes, the translation is done where the original meaning is also lost. In spite of the devotees failing to render meticulously such sacrifice, the chimes of praise sung since time immemorial by the scriptures and by the great thinkers of religion in honor of the Sadguru. Okay, so what is happening
Long
here?
time, since ages.
So we all know about Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. We have been singing for the last so many years. So many, but still it's there, but nobody understood the meaning of it. Okay, so devotees, they come, okay, Guru Brahma, Guru Deva, bolo. But they have no idea why you are saying this. What is the actual meaning of this? So there's a lot of information about the Sadguru, that Sadguru is great, Sadguru is like God, all the God are in Sadguru and blah. We all know, but we still forget, that he is all benevolent and humane, continue to ring incessantly. What is the meaning of that?
Incessantly.
Without end?
Incessantly, without interruption or constantly.
Yeah. So constantly, chalu je. Either praising the Guru. We all do that, but we actually, the devotee doesn't understand what the real quality of the Sadguru. Sadguru should be selfless, not to be charged. He should understand the pain. He should be in great command, directly command with the master, and he doesn't have any selfish motto, and he's doing it for the human being. Okay, so Maharaj, an app is important that I should. One second.
Is the word is? I think you get better meaning if you read it in that one too. Right?
No, sometimes what happens is. Sure, fine, go. So that means what he's trying to say is we look at it's old Gita, we keep on repeating, but without understanding the proper qualities of Guru. Huh? In your current life,
for the expiation of the defects linked with the Rinanubandhas, the measures which have been utilized for the devotee's benefit consist of the Karma Vimochan, Vansha Vimochan, and Rinanumochan.
Okay. So we know that there are 3 Vimochan and 1 Mochan. Okay.
Merely prescribing
the defects are linked with the Rinanubandha. Rinanubandha is how many? 5. So 5 bondages. The defects are linked with 5 bondages, and the solution is 3.
Merely prescribing these does not expiate defects. To accord the benefit of the Guru blessings to the devotee's body, speech, and mind, the devotees have been given the Upasana Diksha, the Nam Smaran Diksha, the Anugraha Diksha, and the Guru Diksha.
So by just giving you the solution is not going to work. Before that, the Gushan. So the Diksha has to be given. Now, can you imagine Dada has done the process so fast. By entering, you are the recipient of 5 Dikshas. But if you go to another Guru, he has to give you step by step, step by step, step by step. So each Diksha will take a lot of time. And by that time, the dukh, the pain is going to kill you. So Dada said, no, there is no waiting period. Once you enter, you get the Diksha, and forever after the Diksha is given, the Nirakaran will start working and you are on the road.
However, even after
Having
been thus obliged, the devotees fail to perform their duty of purifying their body mediums by righteous thoughts, behavior, and diet, so as to make it conducive to the Dikshas, thus enabling the Dikshas to perform their function.
So your job is to accept the puja, the Diksha is given, you have to take care of all this, purifying your body medium by pious thoughts. What is the next one? Diet, behavior. This is all you have to worry about. Why? If you don't concentrate on this, you can add on the defects instead of removing. The removing will slow down, but adding will become very fast. Barabar? You do this?
Due to this negligence on the part of the devotees, its defects get transferred to the Guru medium.
So what is happening is when you don't concentrate on this, whatever you have to do, if you don't do that properly, that means now the Guru is your head. So whatever your mistake goes to him. Okay. So because of your misbehavior, because of you not taking care of this, that means the Guru has to suffer. That is why Dada said that, you have no idea. Your wrong behavior, we have to do the more penance. To, because he gets the defects, he has to remove it, and then, do you understand? It's get attracted to him in the Guru medium.
The Guru then has to seek penance for the lapses that have taken place on the part of the devotees, knowingly or unknowingly.
So he has to do extra penance. So that means his life. So it's a simple thing. Previously, now Dada came up with this. In this mission, the Nirakaran is given to you. So you brought the baggage, you clean. Before that, what was happening? Same thing. Before that, how were you relieved? Before Dada came, how the pain was relieved?
They would take it and then they would have
Yeah. So that means the Guru will put hand on your head and transfer. Here, the Guru is not putting the hand on your head, giving you the Nirakaran, but because of your bad action or because of your misbehavior, it still get transferred into the Guru. So, because of our action, you are giving the suffering to the Guru.
The Dikshas mentioned above are from the Navanath cult as well as from the Dattatreya cult.
So that means this is coming from the two sector. Instead of using that word cult, it is Datta is a sector, Navanath is a sector. Okay, so the Diksha, right away. Why? Navanath God is Navanath, Guru is Datta. Okay, so they work in conjunction. So therefore, they both decided that the minute they enter, the Dikshas will be given right away.
But many who consider themselves a sadhak in this marg and who accord these Dikshas to their devotees have never thought of seeking repentance for themselves for the lapses on the part of their devotees.
So there are a lot of other sadhak also. Dada is saying there are other sadhak. The same thing is giving and taking is happening, but they don't care about whatever they receive. They should be throwing it away. They accept, and then what is going to happen later on, we find out.
On the contrary, they prescribe penances only to the devotees. The system of Guru Marg from which the devotees are taking benefit today embraces within it the Datta cult or sector, the Nath
sector and the Sufi
and
sector.
the Sufi sector ideologies and their methodology is based on one and the same Siddha Siddhant Padati.
So from all these three sectors, the mission is blessed with the three sectors. What are the three sectors, Dia? No, the three sectors are Datta, Nath and Sufis. And they also operate in a similar way. Siddha Siddhant Paddhati. Siddha means proven. Siddhant means it has its own rules and regulation or system. Huh? Okay, go ahead.
A sadhak belonging to this mark, due to his having reached the high and glorious Siddha state, may have earned name, fame, and dignity in society.
So if somebody, this is very common. Once you reach this, then you will get the fame. You become famous.
However, after utilizing the tools of the system for
Guidance.
Hang it, this went offline. Hang on.
That's somebody.
No, you're offline. It says here, nobody can hear you. It just went down.
એટલે હું થયું પાછું હવે પેલું રેડ આવ્યું
Down right, yeah.
આ કેમ થયા કરે હારું પાછું ગ્રીન આવ્યું મોડમ રીસેટ થતું હોય
Okay, it's back up.
However, after utilizing the tool of the system for guidance and social work over a period of 12 years, the Siddha has to get those means of tool acquired by him revived once again and get them re-established. After every 2 years, that means even Dada, let's say if somebody who sadhak, as they receive the blessing, after 12 years, they have to fine tune it again. If there is it working? Do I need to do fine tune? So they have to constantly, it's like updates. You have to download updates. So.
For this purpose, he has to undergo penance and repentance and has to perform a ceremony of sacrificial offerings by invoking the respective deities that are connected with particular methods of nirakaran.
So this is the process. You have to update. After 12 years,
The offering ceremonies that were performed by me at the place of pilgrimage at Nasubhavadi thus relate to the scientific analysis given above.
So Dada had to do the penance in Narsubhavadi where 2.5 years. Okay.
I did not perform them for the satisfaction of my own wish.
Nothing, no personal gain. It was done for the benefit of human being.
They were performed in my Siddha Vasta with the purpose of according to the devotees the necessary assistance needed by them in their future.
So for our future, Jitu Bhai did this strong penance. Eh? I have performed.
I have performed all
No,
this.
because see, when I'm looking at your faces, you guys are all fading out. So it makes me sleepy. And then make me just become active. I have performed.
I have performed all this service as ordained by my revered Guru.
So Dada has performed all the command pertaining to the penance with sour face or happy face? Happy face. Further, આપણે અહીંયા કોઈ બોલ્યા કે પેલી વસ્તુ લ્યા why me? The three other. Okay.
Further, having performed the complete ceremony, all these tools and measures were offered by me at the feet of my Guru on the Guru Purnima day as Guru Dakshina.
So whatever command is given, he has to perform, and then when it is fulfilled, he will give it back to the Guru. It's like writing an examination paper, and the teacher is going to correct it. If there is any fine tuning needed, he will come back. You understand? So he has to offer it on the Guru Purnima day as Guru Dakshina. Okay, if it is done, that means here is my Guru Dakshina. Yeah. So what is your Guru Dakshina? Is coming up in July. Your Guru Dakshina is resolution that not a single day I will miss out my sadhana. You know, all these resolution you make, you know, some people who are smokers, they say, okay, I quit. Okay, and that is your resolution. So in 2016, you have to give, and when you fulfill your commitment, then you can offer that. That is what Dada said. That will be my Guru Dakshina, not money. Your Guru Dakshina means come closer to me. Every Guru Purnima, you should come closer to me. Come closer to me. Don't fade away from me. You know, that is what, and that will be my Guru Dakshina. That's what Dada said. So I get a chance to prepare you guys from after Guru Purnima to the next Guru Purnima. Okay, but then if you don't get uplifted, if you don't make yourself or make an attempt to get uplifted, that means on Guru Purnima day you are empty-handed.
Yeah.
What are you offering your bida? But for what? What have you done anything? You've gone worse. Yes or no? So when you have gone worse from the previous Guru Purnima, that means your bida is null and void. When you offer bida on Guru Purnima day, what is that bida says? That I have been a good boy. Whatever I have promised you. So don't promise 5-6 items. Promise one item. One resolution. I will behave, or I will do my Omkar sadhana. I will be a good listener. I will attend seminars. I will attend all the artis and all. So that is what is the resolution in 2016? All the attendees
No absence.
are writing their names. That's why my in next Guru Purnima, not this one. In next Guru Purnima, I will tell Dada that the task you have given me, I was successful. From 150 people, I'm successful to bring 50 people regularly for 52 weeks. That is my sheet offered on Guru Purnima to them. You understand? Is that going to help me? No, it is helping you. But that will be something I can offer to my Guru. That, you know, because he has also given me a task. Why do I do all this? Because that's his task. I have to fulfill his command. Once I fulfill the command, then I can put the bida and say, you know, whatever you have been giving me the instruction, I've been doing it. If there is anything, if I miss the boat, then give me the message. Okay? Sure.
I express this in all humility as my delight and utmost
Satisfaction. By offering your bida with your commitment is called Guru Purnima or Guru Dakshina. Barabar? Sure.
A birth that is attained is a consequence of the 5 linkages referred to above, namely Devadik, Matur Pitru, Itrajan, Janman Janmantar, and Janma Karma.
So, can somebody tell me in this line, okay, how this line is different? Now, this is very confusing. For me, it's very confusing. Can somebody throw a line? In your current life, the expiation of the defects linked with the Runanubandha. And here it says, a birth that is attached in the consequence of the 5 linkages referred to above, namely Devadik, Matrupitru, Itraj, and Janma, Janmantar, and Janmakar. Don't you think you're lost or I'm lost?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
So that means everybody else is sleeping. That line is same as this line.
It's just the wording is different.
I know, but that response is not coming. Only Rita was able to identify. Everybody knew. What the hell is Chandramama saying? I have no idea. I don't see the difference. I do see the difference because this is made up of 3 lines. This is only 2 lines. It's the same thing. કેટલા આવેગ છે તે હું જોઉં આ બે તો કોઈ બોલી જ નહીં તું તો મૌન વ્રત તારે તો પિક કરવું જોઈએ. Wait a minute, this is the same. Do you find the difference in the line or no? Except the number of line is more. The meaning is the same. Dia, do you understand? Chalo.
Yeah,
Huh?
We'll go to next time. All three of you, one of you will get Nia.
I'm not asleep. I'm confused.
But the answer didn't come.
I'm
Because I
confused.
couldn't figure it out.
That's what I was doing. I looked back
What?
at the line.
They didn't pick it up.
You have to reread and analyze.
No, it's the same thing because why did I go back here immediately? Because I remember where I read the same line.
One page.
Huh.
The pages are done differently.
I don't care. But it should be stamped in your head. आप पहले हम कह कि मैं screen move कर दी तो I cannot see.
No, I went and looked back at it.
You don't have to. It was a tricky question. I just nailed your head. बराबर कि नहीं? चलो.
Ones that sound tricky.
चलो. So instead of saying Runanabandha, he has described the 5 Runanabandha. Simple. Chalo. These 5 bondages are not always.
These 5 bondages are not always necessarily found favorably linked to each other. If they're not found, it's a problem.
Then the body structure has a problem. The gross body has a problem. If you cannot find the Runanabandha.
We lost.
So they are not necessarily working together. Matru Pitru will be working differently. Itrejan will be working differently. Devadik will be working differently. So they are not working in harmony. When do you have peace, happiness and contentment? When all the 5 bondages are working.
Linked.
What is the best example you can give? In harmony. Not working in harmony, let's see. Okay, let me know later. Think in your head. But right now, keep your head empty. Otherwise, this will not go. In case of those
in whom these are favorably interlinked, their desires and expectations are fulfilled and materialized in giving knowledge, wealth, progeny, food, shelter, clothing, and at times even more of these than what is necessary.
So when they are working in harmony, yes, do you agree or no? Read that line, 3 lines. Sonali,
Yeah, reread.
you adding that word re. I said read the line. You said should I reread it? Yes, same meaning.
Yeah, read it again.
In case of those in whom these are favorably interlinked.
So remember that word. When they are all working in harmony or when they are all interlinked, all the 5
Bondages.
bondages or koshas.
No, what is it?
Just checking. That means you are awake. So when all the Runanubandha are working in harmony, then what do you will achieve?
Your desires and expectations.
Fulfill, materialize is knowledge, wealth, progeny, food, shelter, clothing, and at times even more of these than what is necessary. So you are showered with everything. So when none of these are fulfilled, that means they are not working in harmony. Easy or no?
Yeah.
When you cannot add, then there is negative. So what is happening here? When they are all working in harmony, that means you are in good shape. So what Nyas does, Nyas is making all those Runanubandha to work and make your life easy and they in favor of working with, they are interlinked. Chalo. However,
unlike others, such blessed souls do not expend these favors of the 5 bondages only in the materialistic enjoyment.
what do you mean by, is that a printing error, expand and expand? Do you think that the writer made a mistake?
No.
What do you mean by this expand?
Use.
EXP, utilize or spending, expense. So when this person, where he doesn't know, when you're showered with all these blessings, do you know that all the Runanubandha are working in harmony? No. It's after getting into Guru Marg and after reading Guru Prasad, you will come to know that, oh, why I'm getting all this, that means my Runanubandha are working with each other. But that person who is intelligent and who is blessed with this, he will not expense this out in what direction? In the materialistic enjoyment. When your Runanubandhas are working in harmony, instead of getting the material pleasure, you should be utilizing for the upliftment of others. Okay,
Such enjoyment is not their definition of living a life.
their definition is different. Whose definition?
The person whose all
Giving
bondages are in
Bondages are
harmony.
working in harmony. Their definition, their purpose of living the life is different. You know, what is the purpose? In the gross body,
In the gross body, made up of the five natural elements, in accordance with its Rinanubandhas, right from its birth vests, the sattvic quality for carrying out the bounden duty of social welfare.
now Dada is giving you further information. When you are born, your body is made up of five elements plus sattvic gun plus in according with the Rinanubandha. Okay? So that means when you are a baby, when you are born, can you imagine all the Rinanubandhas are working in harmony? All the koshas are working in harmony. All the five elements are all. That is why the whole body is sattvic. So if somebody asks you why the kids are 100% pure, then you should give this answer. What is the answer? When you are born, you have the five natural elements which are directly in tune with the nature. Okay, the percentage is perfect. 1:3:21 108 and infinity. Ratio is perfect. Barabar? 5 Gunanubandha, perfect. Okay, therefore the gunas are perfect. Okay. So when the baby pee in the diaper, do you hit them?
No.
Actually, you have enjoyment to change the diaper. Yes or no? Oh, poor soul, that 2-3 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour. So let me go and change so that, and all these feeling comes up. Okay? So, because you're playing with the sattvic gun. Barabar?
In the gross body,
The other thing is when they bring out the dahi,
Yeah.
if you don't give enough time for the milk to go down, immediately, the milk is converted into yogurt and it comes out from their mouth. Do you drop the baby because your expensive clothing are spoiled? No, no. You have to give comfort at that time, and because why you're playing with the sattvic gun? You have not seen. Have you seen your sattvic gun? So it is time to enjoy the sattvic gun. That is why the babies become the piece of attraction in a crowd. Because they are showing their sattvic lila. Lila means their quality of the pure energy. Anything they do, any stupidity they do, is still enjoyable. For us, it's stupid, but for them, no. They have no clue what they are doing. Right? So,
realizing this, the souls that are blessed expend their lives in constantly striving to be in search of guidance, to develop it further, and aspire to utilize it for giving guidance and counseling to others in that direction.
so these kind of developed soul, they are now hungry for more knowledge or a proper guide who can uplift them more and put that to that level where they can expand or they can expense. They can expand and then they can expense. Expense what? The benefit they have received from the God to uplift others.
Now, granting that the treasure of sattvic guna is inborn with such souls, the sattvic qualities in them do not fully blossom in the absence of proper guidance, and more so in the absence of the blessings from an acclaimed guru.
Right. So you cannot just, if you try to expand on your own, you can't. You can go into a Marak Shakti, positive or negative, and you can divert yourself. You have reached, you have brought down this gift, and if you are not looking for a Sadguru, therefore you need a proper guru. Otherwise, you can enter into the negative energy and make a mess of it. The result.
The result, then, is that the lives of many persons who possess these qualities in a sizable measure have come to an end without bestowing their benefits on others and without performing any function towards the welfare of the world, nor could they utilize these gunas for their own upliftment.
So, Lot of people out there in the world, they got the enlightenment in their personal body. But because they were supposed to go out and look for a nice Sadguru, so that Sadguru can develop that qualities and make it flow for the upliftment of others. But they never did that effort, and they die with this quality by not uplifting or developing. So now what happened is Mr. A has this quality. Okay, he knows he has a quality, but he starts performing the miracle. His miracle is seen. He might not be charging, but knowingly or unknowingly, his body is performing the miracle. So we human beings think that, oh, he's a pious soul. Yes, he's a pious soul. But we make him, all is happening. He has followers, but he was not capable to give his quality to the others because he didn't have the proper Sadguru. So his activities ends right there when he dies. Yeah, because he cannot produce another person like him because he don't know how to. Do you find this in the mission here? No. Dada has given it or showered his quality to you without any, keeping some on his side. No, he has given everything. He has given all the blessing to you 100%. So will it be difficult or impossible to become like Dada? No, you will become like Dada because that is why he wanted this to be given it to you. But there are lots of guru out there who were not able to develop or they couldn't find the higher master. Therefore, it dies with them. And so many devotees he has created, they are lost because none of the practice moves on. Because the original person is gone.
Yeah.
That's where the karya ends. Okay.
Every human being takes birth in accordance with the 5 bondages. From
હવે અહીંયા કેમ word નહીં આવ્યો વિનાનું બંધ the author is really confused. It says 5 bondages.
You're just trying to change it.
Okay.
Read. From out of the 5 bondages, the one that is dominant or prime is instrumental in giving him the birth in accordance with the quality it represents.
So now let us find out. We know the cause of the birth again is what? 5 runanubandha and 5 runanubandha. Okay, the powerful of them is Janma Karma and Janma Janma. Now Dada is telling you that everybody who takes life has 5 bondages. One of them is the principal one. Very strong.
The reason of birth.
Yeah. No, when you take the life, you come with 5 runanubandha, but every individual will have a strong
Measure.
one. For example, a lady is born, a man, he takes the life. Right from birth, he's one of the runanubandha devadi. I want to do puja. Oh, I believe in God. Wife also kantadi hai. So I get phone call. I said, what puja you do? I don't do anything, but my husband Gandojo, he keeps on doing puja. So then right away we know that her husband, Runanubandha of Devadik, is very strong. Okay. So wife Runanubandha, what is strong? Something else. Every individual. Sonali will have one of the prime bondage. Strong. You will have, every individual will have this. So now you are gifted when you come to life with one strong Runanubandha. What Nyas and what Sadhana does, let us make other active also. So they can start working together and harmony so that you can enjoy the life together. So we will learn this now.
This can be well illustrated by means of an example. Imagine the 4 walls of the house in which we live as representing the 4 bondages, namely the Janma Karma, Janma Janmantar, Itrejan, and the Matul Pitru.
So Dada is giving you an example. There are 4 pillars. Okay, what are the 4 pillars? Janma Karma, Janma Janmantar, Itrejan, and Matul Pitru. Why did Dada not include Devadik?
Because that's the
True. But he mentioned Janma Karma and Janma Janma because that is the strongest bondage which has forced you to life. So these two are there. And Pitrajan and Matru Pitru. Because you need Matru Pitru and okay. So go on. So these are the four pillars.
These are thus the supports of our acquainted current life, just as
Acquired.
Oh, sorry. These are thus the supports of our acquired current life, just as the four walls are the supports to the house.
So the pillars are the support or the walls are the support? Yeah. Which support the house? The pillars or the wall? Pillars and wall, they work together. Yes or no? Pillars support the house and two pillars are supported by the wall. Otherwise the pillars will start. Over these,
Over these four bondages there is a roof similar to that of the house, and this roof is represented by Devadik Rinanubandha.
so now Dada is explaining that imagine you have a house, the four pillars and the roof. Four pillars are four bondages and the Devadik is the roof. Okay, that is how the whole house is balanced. Chalo.
When one is fortunate to acquire such a proper life, the expectations of life, ranging from knowledge and wealth to a long life, reach perfection.
Knowledge and wealth will lead you to a long life. Barabar? When everybody is balanced. Knowledge is needed. Knowledge is also wealth. So knowledge and wealth. Wealth, when you talk wealth, is not wealth. Money. Knowledge is wealth. So knowledge and wealth to a long life reach perfection. So you will have a perfect life when everything is, all the pillars are balanced, all the walls are balanced. At the same time, you need knowledge. Okay.
But Mama, question. Knowledge and wealth hoy પણ તમારી પાસે health નહીં હોય તો it's not a sometime long life.
ને એટલા માટે જ કે બધું બેલેન્સ હોય. All the Runanubandhas, if they are all working in harmony, therefore you will have health and wealth. Knowledge hoy to you're not going to eat garbage food.
Yeah.
Therefore your health is good. Why we are damaging our health? Because we are ignorant. Okay. Now you know that by eating garbage food, you're going to damage your health, but still we eat. That means in spite of having knowledge, you take the other path. So this is a sign of a perfection here. Will lead you to a longer life. Okay.
But when of the four bondages, only one that is most powerful manifestly takes birth, then unhappiness and grief prevail in that life.
Right. So all the five bondages, one of them is when one is very powerful until you die, okay, will create unhappiness. Okay. How? I'll give you an example. That's why I asked the question earlier and then I said we'll come back later. Because, for example, there is a married couple. Okay. There is a married couple. And one of the bondage between the husband and wife is strong. Automatically there is, and they are both not the same. The wife will have one bondage very strong and the husband will have one bondage very strong. So what is that going to create? That's going to create the unhappiness in the married life. So that is why if you have Sadgurus, then both are at the feet of Sadguru. Sadguru knows that one is very strong in each of them, so let me fix it and let me make that all those five Runanubandha work in harmony. Okay.
In fact, leading an ideal family life along with the ideal religious life are two important facets of a total ideal life.
Right. So, Prapanch and Paramartha. So here it says, in fact, leading an ideal family life, which is Prapanch. Okay. It is also, with an ideal religious life, which is Paramartha. You cannot have one of them extreme. If you go in too much Prapanch, then there is no Paramartha. Or if you go too much Paramartha, then there is no Prapanch. So that is why you have to balance, In our mission, it's not that for 5, 6, 7 hours you have to do puja. In the morning, get up, you do your 45 minutes Omkar Sadhana, you're done. In Omkar Sadhana, and then you just, you're done for the whole day and you enjoy your Prapanch. And when you do this parmarth in the morning or puja in the morning, your purpose becomes simple without any hassle. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Chalo.
It is only when both these facets are given the due and equal importance as a cooperative enterprise, both husband and wife, with the mutual thought towards such life, that the family is able to experience the true bliss of life.
Right. So when in the married life, when the husband and wife, when their runanubandha are balanced, then they can have a balanced married life. But
But suppose
what are these facets? FACET, what are they?
I almost said faucets a couple of
No,
times.
no. Facets is like when you look at the diamond, you will understand cut. Barabar nahi? So the more facets, the diamond is going to shine more. Okay. So it depends, and there should be not one goes wider. So it's the cut which brings the shine. Okay. But suppose
But suppose if the prime quality of an individual which manifests since birth arises out of Janma Karma Rinarubandha, then for such an individual the prime consideration in life is eat, drink, and be happy.
right. So Dada is giving an example that somebody whose Janma Karma is the primary one, the most powerful one. What he is going to do, he or she is going to do, how I can make the most money, okay, how I can spend the most, how I can eat most, badhu. It's a Kali Janma Karma. Janma Karma is very bad. If they have to sit at home and relax, no, shoot, my bank balance will go down. They're constantly, their mind is workaholic. Why workaholic? So that I get more money. You know, but
greed is bad also.
greed to say, but greed is for something which you want more. So this is also more, but more on the food, shelter, and clothes. Janma karma means food, shelter, and clothes. And can you buy all this without money? No. So the primary source is money. So therefore you will be always hungry with work. You will always hungry with money. You will, so that whatever money I get, I am going to spend on food, shelter, and clothes. So when you see somebody like this, that means you know that my goodness, that Janma karma is very powerful. Barabar.
Some people, when they going anywhere they go, they always talk about the money. So what they have Janma Karma.
Janma karma. Chalo. He is steeped in the material pleasure of the life. So he is sinking. He is sinking in the material pleasure. You know, technology is out, new clothing are out, new slippers, sandals, shoes are out. Oh, now suddenly I don't like my house. I like to buy a bigger house. Suddenly now I have changed my food intake. From low grade restaurants to some higher restaurant. But it's only for that particular person. But they will not spend for you because his or her janma karma is up. Because by spending it for her or his bank balance will be down. So then you know that my goodness, this bondage is very strong. Okay, you understand? Now let's say that same person who's making money has all these tastes, but at the same time want to spend for others. That means they have janma karma, but at the same time they have another good quality called sharing. Barabar? So sharing is not there. That means it is always selfish motive. Chalo.
The desire of worshipping God or doing charity or performing service towards others has no place at all in his ideas about a meaningful life.
Just whatever I said, the sentence came. For others, no. For me, yes. You understand? So that janma karma bondage is so high that it should be enjoyed only by me. I cannot share it. So the desire of worshipping God, no. Because your janma karma. So God pratya bhakti, to have the attachment with God is no. Doing charity, no ho ho ho. I remember પેલો એક માણસ હતો અહીંયા એટલાન્ટામાં રહે તે કે મામા you know he is Desai. He himself is Desai. They hired on a Brahman. You have to hammer us. Otherwise we never donate.
Really?
એ પોતે જ કે
Wow.
ડોનેશન માની મૂકે
માનીએ જ નહીં એમ કે અમે તો એટલે મામા તમારે અમને ક્યાં કરો ને કે ભાઈ આ this function is coming, this is where at least once a year, at least whatever we make. Okay, if you don't remind me, I will never do it. That is why 1 month in advance I have to tell people, or you are going to finish 1 year of the Guru Purnima, donate, 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 donate. Why? So that at least next janam you will have some blessing in your kitty. I'm teaching why to donate. So I'm teaching how to share. હવે જેનું જન્મ કર્મ આટલું પાવરફુલ હોય, they don't believe in God and they don't believe in donation. But me as a Kendra Pramukh, that money, that reminder is helping you. ભલે ગાંઠ દેતા મૂકી જાય પૈસા. I don't care. I have to take out $1.25 multiplied 365 days, which is $465. This man has no dhamdo, no business, and that $465 are gone. Actually, it's $465 per person.
yes
મારા બેટા husband and wife માં મૂકી જાય.
There's nothing.
No,
My
no, I
grandfather-
know.
My grandfather used to ask 10% of the paycheck
10% of
in
the
the
earnings.
monthly.
No, 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 no. But in
10%.
spite of me telling them, their common sense, they don't use their common sense. That this is $1.25 per person. At least I have to donate that much of my share. Now, this is going to help you later on. Mama wonder after we are 5 people, 6 people, happy. What you going to? How much does it come to? You know, I told my brother, you're single, 465. Happy down. Why? Then you take that money and tell Panta Maharaj, share it into food, clothes. Yeah. If I don't tell my kids, they are not going to tell their kids. You know? So it is, you have to share. You swallowed 100,000 salary. Huh? 10% is how much?
10,000.
10,000. બહેને $400 આપતા દમ નીકળે. Huh?
નહીં 52 weeks કમાયા તેમાંથી એક week
Yeah.
કમાઈ બી નહીં.
Because whatever you donate now, you will bring that blessings in the next life. So you don't have the problem which you face. Some of the problem it came in your life. That's why you met Sadguru. So start creating a habit. If you cannot pay 465 in one shot, start putting in a jar 125, 125, 125. At least that burden is gone. You know.
Is this similar to the reason why I don't have trouble finding food?
Yeah, that's true. You find too much.
I'm surrounded by it.
Every week 5
So they don't have this. So they don't. If the Janma karma is high, that means you will see. Well, for example, I'll give you the best example of Neelam, younger brother. 7 days, whether the sun comes or sun doesn't come, you will never find him in the house. He's constantly underneath the car, in the garage. There is no family life. And he makes lots of money, but he doesn't know how to enjoy money. But it's very hard for anybody to find this guy. Workaholic. It's like workaholic. Make money. Very sick. Hey, did somebody call for that car which was supposed to come tomorrow? Yeah, I will. Okay, let me call. Even while watching the TV, he's thinking about work. So no worshipping, never worship. He doesn't do any puja, which is practical, yes or no. No worshipping, no doing charity, no charity work. Or performing service towards others has no place at all in his ideas about a meaningful life. And what is a meaningful life for him? I get up in the morning, I should have some kind of work which produce money. That's the bottom line. You understand? So,
One whose governing or principal quality arises from Janma Janmantar
Now this is another example. We saw Janma Karma. Janma Karma is prime. Now Janma Janmantar is prime, then what happened?
One whose governing or principal quality arises from Janma Janmantar performs his family duties and commitments as well as his religious chores with equal affinity.
So give me an example, Jitubai. Let's say if your Janma Janmantar is higher, how would you show? How will your kids know that your Janma Janmantar is higher? Show me.
I cannot explain that.
Janmantar is higher. What will you do? What does Janma Janmantar do?
It tells you,
Take
it's
care
right
of
there.
the family duties.
What are the family duties? Rajendra, I don't
Spending
know.
time with family.
What if he doesn't do
Spending
them?
time with family.
If he doesn't do them, of course you won't know what it is.
What are the family duties? If your kids,
To take care of the kids.
no, you
wife,
get up in the
take care of
morning. You get up in the morning, then you go to your kids' bedroom. Are they sleeping well? If they have to go to work, are you waking up because you have to go to work? You might be late. These are all the family duties. I have to wake him up. Okay, wake up, son. You have to go to work. Okay, is breakfast done? You know, all these concern about the family. When all the look at the wife. Don't you think that Janma Janmantar is very high level? They get up in the morning
But everything.
thinking about everybody. Making tea, Jitu has to go, kids have to go to school. After all the commitment is done, then she will take a bowl of cereal and eat. Sometimes they don't have even time. Yes or no? So that means when you burn for others, when you're taking the responsibility, assuming that I have to do this, is anybody telling them? Huh? And let's say if the mother tells the husband, can you go and wake up Sonali because she has to go to school? Sonali, get up.
I did it.
Do I wake you up like that?
No. Oh, what a worse. No correction. No correction. आदमी पीने के बाद सच बोलता है. What a turnaround of the story. No, these are all the family duties. Family duties. You know, a good father, a good mother will say, okay, you know, if you have a little baby, you know, for example, when the first one is born or when you become a mother, the mother will be always thinking, oh, is my baby okay at middle of the night? You know, is she hungry or he hungry? You know, mother cannot sleep because these are all the moral duties of the mother. So the mother burns out more than the father. Yes or no? मतलब yes बोलવું જ પડે આપણે. We have to say yes. चलो. So all the family duties and commitment as well as his religious are equally
Even puja and everything.
performed. Okay, that means એવું નથી. You know there are some ladies, they get up early in the morning because they want to do their prayers before they get busy with the family duties. Because they know when the kids are quiet, when they are sleeping, I still have my personal moment with the God Almighty. Let me take quick shower, let me sit down, do my puja, and then once I'm involved in the family duties, I won't have time. So they think in advance. So by understanding this from an individual, this is Kamka's question. Then you know right away, oh, the Janma Janmantar bondage is very strong. Every day this lady or man is burning for the family. Okay. So pleasure.
Pleasure or pain does not affect him while performing both these duties because he is performing them as his bounden duty and is equally indifferent about both functions.
So nowadays all the modern wives, I cook, you wash dishes.
Sure.
Everything is there. Eating down and watching TV, khalas, avi bani. Pati gaya. The dishes are in the sink. You better wash them. I did my part. So you can see there is a restriction in the Janma Janmantar. Like, okay, here, this is what I do, this is what you do. એટલે એવું નહીં. એટલે whose Janma Janmantar is very strong, the wife is going to go back, sit back, you don't touch the dishes. Let me do it. It's an honor to do it. Right? So then oh my God, this lady or this man is, But if the husband wants to do it voluntarily, that's fine. That means his Janma Janmantar is higher also. But after doing all the family duties, do you sit in front of God and come, you never came to wash dishes? I'm so tired. You tell the God.
No.
So absolutely there is no complaint. Yes. So a lot of ladies are very smart. They do their puja first when the kids are sleeping. So they get extra energy and then they shower it on the family. Hiko. તમારું જન્મ જન્માંતર ઉપર હોવું જોઈએ. એ તો એવા જ હોરી લાવે વર્ક. એ બેન I can only marry you if you do 50% of the household work. હા એવું લખે shadi.com. હા yeah, equal responsibilities, otherwise there is no contract. ચલો
No chance.
ચાન્સ તો forget it.
Yeah.
ચાન્સ તો નસીબદાર હોય તો તમને મળે.
Contract or contact?
No, contract. Then only I will give you the contact.
Hand in hand.
Contact will come later. Chalo.
One whose governing or principal quality at birth arises out of Itrejan Rinanubandhas spends most of his time in considering the problems of his friends as well as those of the society.
Now the third Runanubandha is Itarejan. They like to gossip with others.
Everybody's problem.
Discuss everybody's problem. And they will analyze everybody's problem. And they make a nice masala and give it to others. That is their work. Can you imagine if you're doing this in Janma Karma? You're finished.
Yeah.
Janma Karma 9 to 5 work, you're bringing the salary home by doing the Itarejan bondage. At work, the phone is there, so you keep on yap, and you're behind with the work. When you're behind with the work, then you have to do overtime. So that is another problem. You understand?
False overtime. You can't give the overtime.
Well, you created an overtime without pay, but then you're sacrificing family responsibility. That is why
mess up થાય.
that Janma Janmantar છે જ નહીં, because Itarejan is strong. They cannot keep they cannot keep the secret in their. I get lot of phone calls. Mama, I'm giving you this secret, but don't tell anybody.
The secret
No, they specify few families' name. That I see that they are coming in the center, but please don't let them know that this is what the happiness we have achieved. I said, no problem, I don't know. It is up to you. That is why my belly is very big. Because I have to keep everybody's
But
secret.
that's the right way to do it, or no?
But that is the right way for them, because they know the other family. I received phone call from Canada also. Mama, I want to tell you something, but I see lot of this people are coming, and they happen to be our relatives, so I don't want to discuss, or you don't have to tell them. I said, if you don't want me to tell them, that's fine. I don't tell them anyways. But if you don't want to tell them, that means you are not going to resolve your issues. So you have to speak in front of Baba and Dada. But can you imagine somebody's Itarejan? They run away from you. Yes or no? Because nothing but you're gossiping. That is your primary subjects. You gossip. So.
But he has no interest
Yeah, time.
But he has no interest in time.
Offline. Or offline.
Oh, we are offline. Pachu karon આઈ
Hang on.
એવો દીકરો Itarejan આવે એટલે ભાગે બધા.
Okay, okay. But he has no interest and time to think that he owes an equally important responsibility towards his family and his relations.
So the Itarejan bondage is so strong that no idea that I'm wasting time in this where I have the responsibility of my family. Can you imagine if you have a wife or a husband like this? Everybody will be sleeping without food, no dinner is served, laundry will be done after a month. The time is wasted where? Gossip. So,
Therefore, even when such individuals are widely known and famous in the world outside, they they being indifferent to their own families.
So you are very famous outside. Everybody knows you because you try to find out the information of others. You are like a newspaper. Yes, or no?
Yeah.
Free of charge, your publicity is done, good or bad. Right? So you will be very, oh, that, very nice. I love this person. But, you are making others famous and therefore you are getting also famous. But they are ignoring inside responsibilities of their family because their time is wasted outside. Their families are left high and dry and without any protection or support in their future. Can you imagine the damage you do to your loved ones? But they don't feel the love. Can you imagine Janma Karma person doesn't feel the love because selfish. Janma Janmantar is the only person which will take the responsibility to the end. Iteration, very bad. Okay? So,
one whose governing or principal quality at birth arises out of the Matru Pitru Rinanubandha does not independently think as to wherein lies his welfare and what is not in his interest, but accepts the words of his parents as final in all matters.
So those who have the Matru Pitru bondage, too strong. That means they will be totally, they cannot make the decision, but they will be always, the Matru Pitru will be making the decision for them. Okay.
Or in the case of some others falling in this category, even when their parents are instrumental in giving them birth, they never carry on well with their parents.
So the other side of the coin is, even after acquiring the birth, they will never listen to their parents. That is also on the adverse side of it.
So there's also Matru Pitru
That is
strong.
Matru Pitru ne ignore karo na, elderly advice ignored.
Oh, okay.
बराबर है. So they listen too much or they don't listen at all. बराबर. Okay, that is also.
But that's not Matru
Matru
Pitru
Pitru
bondage
strong.
messed up if they don't listen.
At least क्यों तो नहीं, ये मैं लखल से नहीं है. Case of some other falling in this category, even when their parents are instrumental in giving them birth. Who are at fault when this kind of negative Matru Pitru bondage they have is the parents are instrumental. Something went wrong in conceiving that baby.
Okay.
बरोबर ने तो ये क्वालिटी लेने आई वन बरोबर husband and wife they give birth to the child, so something went wrong before bringing that baby during the course of the 9-month transition, and immediately after taken birth the child is going to attack the mata pita. I don't want to listen.
Yeah, but because
From you with you.
no.
But banne side of the coin, plus one is both of them are extreme.
Okay.
One side it will listen everything, one side not listen at all. That is also extreme, ne? That will bring the pain in the house. If I tell Dina, I shall do this. No. Okay, stop watching TV. Read. No. Are they listening? Then trouble is in the family. Okay.
It is like one extreme is that they accept every word
Every
of
word.
parents. The other flip side is they don't accept anything.
That is also the higher level of Matru Pitru bondage. That means ignoring the elders is the Matru Pitru bondage. Accepting elders is also Matru Pitru bondage. They're both on the extreme side. Okay. When they accept, then a lot of people they say, school mati aave. What are you doing? What do I do, daddy, mommy? Okay, now take out the book and do your homework. Okay. After homework is done, what do I do again? Okay, now this is your TV time.
So
okay.
depend on the parents.
All the instruction, the guidance has to be given by the parents. Otherwise, they cannot use their. They don't have the power of thinking. So, ima vacuum ho hai. If the parents, one of them is dead, the child will have the vacuum. Okay. And by ignoring totally, the child has vacuum. The child has already created a vacuum because the advice is given, but he is not obeying. That is stubbornness. Both sides is stubbornness. Sure.
One other defect pertaining to this category is that here some individuals who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
What is the meaning of silver spoon in their mouth?
Because
When you are born, you don't have to buy the silver. God will give you the silver spoon.
no,
Very rich family.
That's why the doctor has
Oh,
to.
it says right there. Next. Lead a life full of luxury and comfort under the shelter
No,
of
that is why
parents.
doctor has to hold the kids with the two
Upside down.
leg upside down and give the pad and the silver spoon come out.
પકડી રાખે તો પછી
And then the baby will cry. No. Silver spoon means right from birth,
Maybe gold flakes
you know.
come out.
You are asking Boca burger, but you will get the real hamburger. No. Chalo. Bless you.
Bless you. Don't do it.
Lead a full. Okay.
One other defect pertaining to this category is some individuals who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth lead a life full of luxury and comfort under the shelter of their parents. But after the demise of the parents, their life of pleasure comes to an inevitable end.
So when the parents are alive, the parents has good karma of making lots of money. Therefore, the son is born with the silver spoon in milk. Everything is whatever he wants, he will get it. But when the father dies, then his calamity will start. Okay? You understand or no?
Or in the
Oh,
case
159.
or in the case of some others, their prosperity arises only after the demise of the parents.
So there is an extreme also. So
Up or down.
one of the parents or both parents have to die, then their upliftment will start. Okay, so this is called bhagya. So they were all under the shelter of one umbrella. Who knows with whose blessing everybody is prospering. But when one of them die, then they realize, wow, everything is downhill or everything is uphill. Barabar?
Persons in whose lives are
Do you think this is going to affect Guru Marg? For example, I always tell people that when the daughters are born in your house, by having Lakshmi in your house, your life will go up. And when they get married, according to ritual, you have to monitor your daughter or son. Is he or she a lucky charm for you? If it is a lucky charm, so you have to make a note that, okay, after her or his birth, my life was up. Now, when they get married, either boy or a girl, at that time in ritual, the priest will ask you, she's getting married or he's getting married. He is okay because the son will be always in the house. But nowadays the son also goes away. So, so it's the same thing applies. So then at that time the priest will ask you, there is a ceremony, do you want to perform? So that the person leaving does not get the negative effect in that family. So do you think this happens in Guru Marg now? No, because Dada has put the blockage on this.
and the future.
And the future generation also. So let's say you have daughters, when they get married, no problem. They are going to prosper as per their Omkar Sadhana and Guru blessing. You are still moving on. Nothing is going to be taken away. Okay? So तुम्हें आराम से पैसा बनाएगा, no problem.
ઉપાધિ નહીં કરું. આપણે આમ બંધ.
So don't have that fear.
No, I never
So,
heard
no.
of anything.
No, I'm saying.
Even I was listening this one yesterday, right? No, but one thing, there's a movie. Judy Chawla and Anupam Kher. It's a really nice movie. When she born, her mother died. So Anupam Kher hate her all his.
Oh yeah, we've seen that. Yeah.
It's a nice movie. I really like that.
આ કોઈ મોડું પણ નહીં જુએ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But at the last, he
Yeah,
realized
yeah.
that he did mistake.
Yeah. We just saw that about a month ago. That old movie.
Read.
હા.
Persons in whose
જે અમારા
lives
કામ નથી કરતા બહુ મૂવી જોઈએ ઇન્ટરનેટ.
ના, બધા time પેલા જોયેલું છે. એને
What's-
યારે જોયું. પણ એ યાદ ન હોય.
Persons in whose?
Ready?
No.
Now, ready? Persons in whose lives the Devadik Rinalbandha is more potent spend most of the time of their lives in worship, in reading pothis, Puranas, or in the Nam Smaran or
Or Kirtan.
Kirtan.
So because he's very religious. His Devadik bondage is very strong. So all the category is properly explained, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you don't have to knock at anybody's door and find out.
Yeah.
Let me find out which bondages are strong, you know. Okay, you don't have to do that.
We have to
When they
watch
come
them.
for
We
Kamkaj,
cannot block that.
nah, they will approach you. But this is for future recognition. So if somebody who's Nirakaran, who's Runanubandha, Devadik is very strong, you will constantly find them. Oh, anything you ask, oh, I have done this, oh, I have done this, I like to do this, I like to read that. So that Devadik bondage is very strong. Okay.
When, in spite of doing all these, they are dissatisfied, they go and reside at some holy place.
So their bondage is so strong that they read all these book, Puran, Vedas, all that stuff. Still, they are not contented inside. So they leave the family and then they go in the remote place and they are looking for. They are in search of Him. That is the Almighty.
Their assumption in going to such a holy place is that they are doing so by God's command.
Huh.
That they were
So it is
called
a
to.
mentally they create this, that I have to visit it because it's His command. Nothing command, because the bondage is high.
They do not achieve the desired result even after spending long years in such service.
Dada has said over the time spent, they don't achieve the desired result because they are doing it on their own. Do they have any guide? Do they have Sadguru? No. So such person whose Devadik bondage is very strong, don't you think that he should be in search of a Sadguru who can uplift that person and put him on the right track so that his search is over or he can be molded in the right direction? Yes?
Yeah.
Or no? અહીંયા તો બહેનને દેવાદિક ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરવામાં જ ઉમરી ચાલ્યું. Zero. The Devadik bond, Runanubandha is zero. That's why I have to tell people, register, seminar, listen to the reading. એટલે કેટલું forcefully મારે. So why do I have to create force? Because which bondage is higher? ખાયા પિયા સુખ છે સોયા. એમાં no problem. There is a new TV out there. Yes. Give me the phone number. Which store? Right? So anything in relation with food, shelter and clothing, do I have to repeat this 4-5 weeks? One shot. Hey, there is a sale in Best Buy. Ha ha, that.
Let's we go.
Yeah. Cancel my registration, Mama. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Chalo. Or what is the other one? I have to work office overtime. चल અત્યારે કોઈ વેડિંગ માં બોલાતા અરે cancel. I'm going to be sick.
Going to be sick.
એટલે કે કંકોત્રી આવે ને wedding invitation. Oh, we have a wedding to attend in auspicious days. હારા બધા ભગવાનના કામમાં રજા નહીં મળે. પણ બાકી બહેન ને we have to attend ફાલતુ occasion. આગળથી we'll fill out the form and the holidays will be approved. No problem. Or sometimes they wake up. You know what? I'll tell my boss that I have to go to the doctor's appointment. So you're lying in the Janma Karma to fulfill the Janma Karma bondage exceeding the desire. And then what happens? It's a mess. Chalo.
Prasad દર્શનની area માં આવ્યા હતા ને? I forgot wedding actually. I had to go somewhere's wedding, right? And I thought I have to go next to it.
Oh,
And I was here.
my
Then
God.
I was driving and I was thinking, where the wedding is?
So good. Somebody made you forget. That's
It's
good.
okay.
The Sadguru is taking care.
Yeah. I said,
That is the fixing of the Janma Karma. Chalo.
They do not achieve the desired result even after spending long years in
So
such
when
service.
Janmantara, Devadik is high, you do all this, but they don't get the fruitful result. Therefore, you need a Sadguru to mold you. This is so because
This is so because even when their major Rinanubandha is that of Devadikas, the performance of duties related to the remaining 4 Rinanubandhas remain unattended, and the non-performance of the duties that are needed according to these Rinanubandhas prove an obstacle in their worship at the holy place.
right. So what is happening? They are so much involved in the worshipping God Almighty that
And everything else.
her little baby or his little baby is crying right beside, and if I am reading the Gita, hey! So you have to tell God Almighty that look, there is nobody to take care of this baby. I will continue reading later on. Let me attend the baby. Attending the baby is the worship. Rather than continuing the worship and ignoring the baby is a problem. So therefore Dada said that you are giving concentration on only one and forgetting the other four. Therefore you are not benefiting. And that is why all these five Runanubandha are not working in harmony. So if you are doing sadhana, as I said, if you are doing sadhana and if somebody told you that you take care, we do that when Aarti is here. Yeah. Okay, Neelam, Prasad, go and do the Abhishek. I will manage Aarti. Or we'll take turn because you have to perform this. That is the time. So we'll bring Aarti is so nice that we'll do seva and Aarti will run around and so slowly, she's also getting trained. Here, take the flowers, come to the garbage can, hatta, throw. So now she's learning. Okay, but you have to train them. But then we take turn, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Prasad and mommy will do it, or Prasad and me will do it, and somebody has to take care of the baby. So that means you are balancing the other bondages. Otherwise, it's a problem. You cannot ignore that baby and you cannot leave that baby alone. Otherwise, your worship is not going to be accepted by the Almighty. So
Consequently, such persons are deprived of happiness and benefit both on the count of family life as well as religious life.
right. Okay, there is no balanced situation. You will deprive. Means you cannot enjoy the fruit. Okay.
It's 9 o'clock. Did you want to start?
Oh, tada! It's 9 o'clock. Okay, guys, we will start the new paragraph next Friday.
No,
160.
oh, yeah, it's Sunday.
Next Friday. Okay, so we will push again next Friday. Okay.
You bookmark page 167.
So 160 page, the first paragraph. We'll start again. Good night, guys, and I hope you understood. Okay, and everybody's homework is which of your Runanubandha is powerful. Analyze it.
Oh,
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa.
That is food.
Unnumbered course.
No, Janma Karma. Food, shelter, and the kosh has different meaning. And the Runanubandha is,
different.
yeah. Runanubandha will include everything. So, chalo, good night, everybody, those who are watching. Okay, bye. આ પેડ મળે કે નહીં બીજું કે લખાય
Let me do it.